recording. Hello, everybody. How you doing? All right. That's the pre-post show. Goodbye.
See ya. Wow.
TJ, would you like to sit
Give
on
us
my
a screen,
comfy
TJ,
couch,
for fuck's
TJ?
sake.
You've got a fucking screen.
Oh,
I
I
can
do.
see it right there.
I do. You're right.
Son of a bitch.
Sit on that comfy couch.
I'm in such a habit now.
Yeah, well, you just...
It doesn't feel right starting a show, a pre-post show, without asking
screen.
for the screen.
Well, that's why we have the pre-post show, to work out these issues.
We're not supposed to tell them that. This is supposed to be a piece of content.
Whatever, it's not. Kiss of death. Horrifying photo shows sick trophy hunting couple kiss over corpse of magnificent lion they killed.
I wish there was another lion in the grass back there waiting to pounce and eat both of these reprehensible pieces of human garbage.
This is why I pulled this, because I know Paul loves these kind of stories.
Oh, yeah, I absolutely do.
What?
I absolutely love this kind of story.
So, TJ, why do you feel the need to trigger Paul?
Yeah, why are you always trying to trigger? Ooh,
Because
look
you're...
at Kylie Jenner down there.
I know, I was noticing that too. I like triggering Paul because he's entertaining when he's triggered.
That's fucked up, man.
Well, I mean, we're trying to
What if I
entertain
have
Do you have a relation,
What if I get
TJ?
a brain bubble or
Do
something?
you have a relation, TJ, from Paul
Because you
acting
show
out?
me some fucking dumb waspy ass couple with tattoos.
Kylie Jenner poses completely naked on trip to help promote new skincare range.
Damn. Why doesn't she announce this shit wider? Because I would have showed up for this. Was there an audience or
There
not?
are.
If you guys are wondering,
Damn
now,
it.
all these pictures are heavily altered.
I know they're
What?
not.
They are.
Nah, dude, that's straight from the cell phone cam right there.
I
Yeah.
doubt it.
Snip, snap.
Yeah.
It might
Why
have
is she
been-
wearing
she's
a
not-
big floppy hat?
She's
though?
not totally nude.
Yeah,
she's wearing a
she's-
hat. She's wearing
Yeah.
a hat that covers her face.
She's got a big floppy hat on.
I think it's so that you could just like put whatever face you want there.
And there's like a bracelet on her leg, so
Yeah, so
I'm afraid I
that's-
have to contend this is not.
yeah,
nude.
that's not completely.
There's no way I
naked
can
in
be
my
mad
book.
now, though.
Anyway, so back to pissing Paul off. Darren and Carolyn Carter.
Oh, of course that's their name. Oh, you guys know Darren and Carolyn from down the street in the cul-de-sac? Yeah, they killed a lion. Did you hear that?
Awesome.
Oh, that's so cool. I've always wanted to murder one of the last fucking
Oh, they're
great
British,
cats.
Paul. They're actually British.
Legalella Safaris, one of dozens of companies that targets Brit tourists by hunting packages, shared the photos on Facebook. The firm wrote, "Hard work in the hot Kalahari sun. Well done, a monster lion."
Oh, you want to go down to Africa way and become fucking couple of reprehensible pieces of shit? Oh, sounds good, love. Let's go down there and rape our way through the whole dark continent.
See, this is why I do this.
Let's become a couple of cunts.
Despite their grim pose, the couple, who run a taxidermy business, describe themselves as passionate conservationists.
Oh my fucking god, just kill yourselves next time. Why don't you hunt your dumb bitch wife? Turn that bitch loose on the savannah, give her a 15-minute head start, and take that each one of you get a rifle. First one to shoot, the other one wins.
Picture with another line on the account. The caption reads, "There is nothing like hunting the king of the jungle in the sands of the Kalahari."
Oh my god. You know what? That's not true. There's one thing better. If the king of the jungle's wife was in that fucking grass back there, waiting to eviscerate and eat both you, your wife, and the corpse of that lion.
We'll scroll down more because it tells them that these lions are actually bred in captivity. So Linda Park, boss of Voice for Lions in South Africa, insists the white lion picture was definitely captive. So it's like shooting fish in a barrel, dude.
It looks as though this lion was a tame animal killed in an enclosure, bred for the sole purpose of being the subject of a smug selfie.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
Really cool, man.
The couple should be utterly ashamed of themselves, not showing off their snogging for the camera. For some reason, British people call kissing
Yeah,
snogging.
snogging.
It's gross.
Because
and I
they're
don't like it.
weird.
They're British, you know. Not much excuse there.
They're freaks.
They're weird.
They insult this goddamn country and they fucking call kissing snogging. Who wants to go snog?
Can all of the first world nations just pass a fucking law already that calls people to account for doing this kind of shit when they're off soil? Like, don't let them fly back home with the head of a fucking lion. Like, I don't understand. I don't even understand why this is fucking even a thing on this planet. We're already melting this planet like a big fucking chunk of fucking ore in the forge, dude, TJ. You know what I'm talking about.
No.
You know exactly what I'm talking about,
I don't know
TJ.
anything about forges or anything.
You know all about forges, TJ.
He is not skilled with the forge, Paul.
You
never
even knew the
crafted
name
a
of that
sword.
fucking little indentation on the top of the blade and shit.
That's a fuller, Paul.
See? You know some forge bullshit.
Yeah, when I was trying to escape the deadly storm that rolled through here that almost killed us all.
Yeah.
It was basically nothing, by the way. But anyway, when I was over there at Paul's house, Paul was like, "Hey, you ever seen this show, Forged in Fire or whatever?" And I'm like, "What is this?" Like, it's like this reality show thing, blah blah blah. I'm like, "Oh, Paul and his pedestrian taste, reality show." And then we watched an episode. I was like, "Huh, that wasn't so bad. Let's watch another one." And then I ended up sitting there like, I spent the next like. How many days has it been since then?
It's been like 2 days.
Right, and I've already watched like 20-something episodes. So
You're obsessed.
Yeah.
Well, shout outs to my friend who put me onto that show because it was cool.
I like that show. I'm good with it. I mean, I like it because there's not much emphasis on emotions or human stories. It's mostly just actually about forging.
Making something.
Yeah. And the focus is where it actually should be, on the fucking knife making and shit. And there's a little bit of a human element and stuff. You get to know the people a little bit, but
through their work.
yeah,
usually.
it's not like this stupid shit where every fucking show you watch has to tell you like, and it was then that I lost my mother, and it's like, I don't care.
Just make a sword.
Yeah, just make a fucking knife or a sword.
Shut
or
your
something and
stupid
shut your
whining
damn
fucking mouth and make a fucking
Yes.
sword, you bitch.
Yes.
Your dead mother would be fucking rolling in her grave if she saw her son blubbering about her over here. Make a sword.
It's just
Work it out in the steel, man.
Yeah,
It's
put
just
your
crazy,
soul into
dude.
the fucking forge.
It's crazy how many reality shows end up being that too. Like Mom and Theo, like the show called Undercover Boss, and it's like, and like every episode it's all like, yeah, I lost my dad when I was 14. It's like, and at the end of the episode, like there's usually 3 employees, which is it's so staged. And the end of it, it's like, if you guys haven't seen the show, the premise is a CEO of a big company goes
Right.
undercover and they fucking see how the company
Works at
really
his own
works.
company.
They work at their own
Right.
company. But the end of the episode, it's like they give people a bunch of shit like, you've worked really hard. You said you haven't had a vacation in 10 years. I haven't, sir. I'm going to send you on a 3-week vacation to Hawaii. Oh, my God, thank you. And your son, little Billy, who was born with a spina bifida, I'm going to give him a scholarship for $25,000. Oh, my God. It's like, that's every episode.
Sucks.
It's just such shit, dude.
See, I
Sucks
hate that
shit.
shit.
It's like,
The only reality show where they do that kind of shit that I can even kind of stomach is like Kitchen Night, like Gordon Ramsay's shows, like Kitchen Nightmares.
but the UK
or
version, they never
whatever.
did it. He's like, your price is shit.
But I like if I've seen an episode before, I pretty much turn it off when he starts fixing the place. Because it
Oh,
always
it's
pisses
boring.
me off to see these retarded people get all this new equipment and shit.
But here's the thing, dude.
I know that's what they do in order to. That's why they're allowing their retardation.
But
to be
most of the
shown.
restaurants ended up closing anyways.
Right.
It didn't matter. Like, he helped them, but, like, to the degree, a lot of these people were massively in debt, and they're like, maybe this will fucking jumpstart the restaurant. Most of those places have closed. Go look at
Right.
a fucking list. Most
Yeah,
of them
like,
have closed.
The vast majority. But I mean, like, probably 100% would have closed if not for Gordon Ramsay.
Well, I wouldn't say
intervening.
100%, but a lot of them would.
Almost
'cause-
all of them.
Well, here's the thing. Someone might be able to sell their restaurant to someone that's
Right.
actually competent.
That's true.
So, I guess
I get
having
so
the original
pissed.
owners, maybe not.
I get so pissed, like, because the stuff that he tells these people a lot of times is just fucking common sense. Like, not a lot of it is really like, you have to be a fucking genius to figure it out.
You know what it is? It's the ego hump that he can get over.
Right.
Because, like,
he's
dude,
actually able to break people
Right.
down enough to.
your average Joe would probably be able to go in there and say some of the shit that Gordon Ramsay says to these people. Like, this kitchen is filthy. That's apparent to
Right.
anybody off the street.
Exactly.
Right? But if somebody off the street did that, they'd be like, fuck you! You don't know shit, motherfucker. Where'd you clean up? But when it's Gordon Ramsay, you know you really can't bullshit him on some level. And
Well, now when it
even
comes to
when
a restaurant.
Right. Even when they try, he eventually breaks them down with his just presence and shit.
Yeah,
So I think that's what it is.
He always figures out some way to psychologically eviscerate the people around him.
Exactly.
And break them down and then reshape them in his image. At least for you can tell when it's not going to take. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it's like, wow, I am now an acolyte of Ramsay. Other times it's like, all right, I guess I have to pretend to be submissive to you until this is over. And then I'll go back to my old ways.
Well, the only time he didn't was that, Amy's Baking Company, and that was like a crazy episode where he's like, I can't help you, I'm leaving.
Yeah, she was just too big a bitch. There's nothing you can
Well,
do.
she was insane.
Yeah.
I mean, her and her fucking husband were fucking nuts, dude. But I think the thing for the most part is the ones that fail, they usually end up just going back to their old practices. They're like, no, cut corners. Like, and he basically explains to them how to run a successful restaurant. I mean, obviously he's had failures, I'm sure, too.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the difference between me and you
No.
going and saying it is that
Never.
we have no credibility.
I've never failed.
We've never. Most people have not
Yeah, it's
run
not like
restaurants. We can say,
I'm
"Oh,
not
this
a
place
successful
sucks.
restaurateur.
But you
so.
can't go to him and say, "Oh, you've never run a successful restaurant," because it's obviously false. So you have that automatic integrity and credibility that most people are not going to have.
I always love when they like act like he just doesn't understand their cuisine.
Oh yeah.
Because the best part of any of those shows to
food
me
tasting.
is when he's tasting the food, and he just like takes a bite and he's like, "Oh, dreadful, ghastly." And it's not like he usually doesn't get like, "Oh my god, it's fucking." He does. It's just like usually like a 1 or 2 words of like tastes like rubber or something.
Yeah.
But there's just always
He
like
likes to spit shit out a lot too. He'll
there's
just,
always
like,
this
spit
look
it
of
into a
disgust
napkin.
in his face. Yeah, he's very refined in his spitting out too. It's
Yeah.
like he'll like, he like guides it back onto the plate. He's not just like,
utterly
this is gross.
disgusting.
I want to see him puke.
I want to see him, just like spew the food all over the table.
I want to see something be so disgusting to his palate that he just puts in his mouth and just immediately projectile vomits onto the table.
He has thrown up a couple of
yeah,
times.
but it's always like, "Oh god,
Dude, onto the
And he
owner
runs to
too.
the
I
thing.
want the owner to be standing over and be like, "How is it?"
on Hell's Kitchen one time, he full blown retched into a trash can, dude.
Yeah. I've seen him do that a few times. But I want to see him do it on Kitchen Nightmares or one of those
Dude,
type
some of those
shows.
fucking kitchens he's been in though. Oh my god.
Dude, that's another great part. If he goes to a
I know
really
you've eaten
shitty
in
kitchen,
places with kitchens that look like that.
Oh,
yeah.
That's the grossest shit.
I'm sure we have.
I mean, I heard stories about it's closed now, but there used to be a place called Sicily's Pizza around here,
Oh, dude.
and I heard
Sicily's.
stories about the people there, like
that just
filling
sounds
a
like
du-
we're a place where you get some funky butt pizza.
they like it was, and they like to clean the silverware, they basically like filled a garbage can full of like soapy water, threw all the dishes and silverware in it, threw it in the back of a truck, and then did like donuts in the parking lot. Just be like, yeah.
Gross.
So that was their idea of cleaning.
That place is closed down
Yeah,
many
that's
years
not-
ago.
that doesn't
So
exist
it's
anymore.
Sicily's, dude.
you know what
They
one
had
of
good
their
dessert pizza.
one of their scams that Sicily's like stayed open for a long time was they would do this like bullshit thing where it's like school fundraiser and they give the school some token amount of money like $60 and of
Right.
course they'd bring a bunch of people in. Oh, but God, that place was disgusting. It really was.
I
It
liked
sounds like it was.
I always liked it. It had a soft
Well,
spot for it.
Did it have a good pizza though? Did you
No.
get a good pizza out of there? No.
I knew a couple people that
No.
worked there. That's how TJ knew the story and like.
But
they,
no, you know
they
what?
were some lazy motherfuckers.
You could
dude.
get some good dessert.
Lazy
It was a
motherfuckers.
pizza buffet. All right, so here's the deal: the spinach Alfredo pizza was actually surprisingly
good.
edible. So if you like a spinach Alfredo pizza, that you could
The
do
chocolate
that.
chip pizza was also.
But they had all
fucking
these
delicious.
dessert pizzas that were all fucking delicious. They had like a chocolate chip one and a blueberry one and like a raspberry one and all this shit.
Say's pizza.
Not a big dessert pizza guy, but it sounds all right.
The
Dude.
beetroot was to die.
I don't know, man. I haven't had anything like what their dessert pizza tasted like since, but it was basically just like a giant fucking cookie. But
God, it was so good. Dude.
flakier, I guess. I don't know.
They
It
had,
was good.
they had a good banana pizza too. Remember that?
Yeah, I used to shove it up my ass.
Roll up a whole pizza and cram it
Oh,
up
yeah.
your keister.
Roll it up like a fucking like a treasure map and just fucking X marks the spot. You know what I'm saying? Love that banana pizza.
That's fucking horrible,
Well,
dude. I can't.
Hey, one way or another, it did eventually come out of your butt, dude.
That's true.
Yeah, but there's a right way and a wrong way of doing things. You know what I mean?
Whoa, Paul, what are you saying?
Hey,
I'm just saying.
What are you saying,
You ain't
Paul?
the arbiter
Aren't
of
you
reality.
bisexual, Paul? What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I don't. That doesn't mean I put fruit up my ass.
Yes,
you know,
it does.
Hey, I
Yes,
wouldn't
it
roll a
does.
pizza
Stop
up
fruit
and
shaming.
keister it.
Stop
Yeah,
fruit
stop
shaming.
fruit shaming, bitch.
What's wrong? I don't
I
get
don't
it,
know.
Paul.
Just TJ's like, it's one of those things. It's like an evergreen spring of hilarity that TJ put a banana in his ass at one point. Like, I know the community feels the same. I know TJ's sick of it because he's told me so. But
Oh, dude, and
I don't think
never
anybody
said
else
nothing
has
like
ever.
that.
Yeah, you have. You've been like,
And dude, years before TJ, I remember
yeah?
too. Years before, I found the banana in your room, dude.
Found it.
gross.
I didn't touch it, luckily.
The black. This is James Bond's gonna be played by a black woman briefly in the next movie. Black woman who will be the next 007. New James Bond film will feature British actress Lashana Lynch taking over the famous code name, but that doesn't stop the legendary agent trying to seduce her. Since Daniel Craig announced he was standing down as Bond, debate has raged whether the next 007 should be a woman or black. Now, the Mail on Sunday can reveal she'll be both, thanks to the intervention of feminist TV writer Phoebe Waller-Bridge. In what's been called a popcorn-dropping moment, British star Lashana Lynch will be given a Bond's license to kill in the 25th movie in the franchise, currently being shot in Italy and the UK.
It's just not going to be a James Bond movie.
However, traditionalists can relax. She's not the new Bond, but a new character who takes over his secret agent number.
Then it's not James Bond.
I6.
Then don't call it James Bond 007. What is this, man? What is that? Is that supposed to be like a soothing line to those of us that are going like, oh, so it's not Bond anymore? Well, actually, yeah, she's not. She's not Bond. She just uses the name. You mean like every other Bond?
Well, no. I mean, I think she just took his number.
What?
Because it says it's a pop.
Then she's Bond.
Bond is still Bond, but he's been replaced as 007 by this stunning woman.
Oh, that's even fucking worse.
Bond, of course, is sexually attracted to the new female 007 and tries his usual seduction tricks, but is baffled when they don't work on a brilliant young black woman who basically rolls her eyes at him and has no interest in jumping into bed.
Listen to me, dude. If you want to make a look, there's been some good ass female secret agent movies, even recently. Atomic Blonde was good.
Yeah, I liked it.
It's not all that recent, but Point of No Return, I always liked that movie. I thought it was really good with Bridget Fonda. Look, that already has been done. Why does it have to be Bond? Why do you have to take a... It's like, what is... I don't get it, man. Is every dude got to be fucking run through the fucking feminized mill for you guys to be happy? Is that what equality is? Shouldn't equality be like a new franchise with an interesting idea and an interesting, strong female lead at the heart of it? Why is it got to be Bond? Because there's certain things you expect from James Bond. And a Bond film.
Big black
You don't
titties.
expect it to be a fucking... You don't expect it to be a big fucking bulletin board filled with feminism.
No.
Like, the women aren't supposed to be smart enough to overcome Bond. That's the point of Bond. He's sexy and intelligent and capable enough to get into the pants of the most beautiful woman in the movie. That's always been that way. Nobody in the fucking world, except the people at your workshops... that you do at Berkeley, I'm sure, are even fucking remotely interested in seeing Bond with a pussy. Remotely.
I love it.
If you want to be a feminist, I'm cool with that, dude. If you want to write a movie that becomes a new feminist icon that really turns heads, starts conversations, then have the fucking balls to write an independent property and shop it around to these companies.
Nope. Let's just take other properties and just slap over new story, new characters. That's it. Oh, but it's not the same thing. It is the same thing.
So fucking stupid, man.
Like, and not even having the balls to call it. It's just the new James Bond. I mean, obviously James Bond is a male name, so she's not going to be James Bond, but she's going to be 007. It doesn't.
This is a Bond for the modern era, who will appeal to a younger generation, while sticking true to what we all expect in a Bond film.
You just got done telling us it doesn't.
It doesn't.
There are spectacular chase sequences and fights, and Bond is still Bond, but he's having to learn to deal with the world of hashtag Me Too.
That's not James Bond.
Yeah, I've always wanted to see James Bond have to deal with the Me Too
That doesn't
era.
make sense for a secret agent to be dealing with those things to begin with. That's so fucking stupid.
Yeah,
this is such a bad idea.
Instead of a harrowing fucking chase sequence, we're going to get him sitting at his phone getting a storm of angry tweets from people about how he treats women. It's going to be fucking horrible.
You can count me out.
It's going to be fucking horrible.
The last James Bond movie itself Spectre was not that great to begin with. This just shows the movie is dead on arrival.
Like, you guys didn't learn from slapping a bunch of fucking women in Ghostbusters that this type of shit doesn't work? They're working on a movie now to undo that wrong. You want to have to dig yourself out of that hole too, people that own the rights to the James Bond franchise? Come on.
Yeah, make an original fucking property. It's so simple. Like you said, we watched Atomic Blonde, and that was a great movie. Make movies
you guys
in that
like
vein.
The Long Kiss Goodnight?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It's like, yeah, it's already a genre that has a great femme fatale subgenre
Could
to
easily
it.
be done.
Come on.
Write an original character and have a fucking start a new franchise that way.
Lazy, though. Lazy. All right. Well, that's the pre-post show. Thank you guys for tuning in. And we'll see you we'll see you on Friday, I guess. We'll see you guys on Wednesday, actually. You $5 patrons and $10 patrons.
And everybody.
$10 patrons, the next bit of exclusive stuff for you. I think we got some spaghetti shit coming your way.
That's true.
A spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Ah.
C'est magnifique.